Hi guys, so it is week 14 of the pregnancy. I probably say this every week, but I can't believe I've made it this far. It's getting close now to where I was when I lost the twins, so I'm starting to kind of feel more confident, but I do know that I do want to share this on social media over the next couple of days. Main reason being is I'm starting to have to tell people when I see them anyway at the moment, because it's quite obvious. And also being a mummy blogger, I feel it's necessary to share this news because at the end of the day, I just feel like no matter what happens, I'm going to want to help people, or at least people can look at the journey and hopefully be filled with a bit of hope. Something I'm struggling with is I do know only from past experience that there'll be a lot of people that are still trying to conceive that will be, it's always hard seeing a pregnancy announcement when you're not getting the positive pregnancy yourself. So that is something that I'm mindful of. But then I do think, this is a life at the moment, and it deserves to be celebrated. And even if it is only for a short time, then at least then I can remember this time and I've enjoyed it, if it doesn't last forever. So I feel like that outweighs the keeping it to myself. I think keeping it to myself, I feel like I'm also being a bit selfish, because there'll be a lot of mums out there that are rainbow pregnancy mummies who just feel so alone. And I know what it's like, and every single time you go for a wee, I mean, for me, every time I was going for a wee, even now, I have to look at the toilet paper afterwards, oh, is there blood on it? Any opportunity, if you feel like, obviously, cervical discharge increases when you're pregnant, and when you feel that kind of small gush, this is gross. Honestly, Danny will be like, oh my God, hopefully he won't watch it. I don't think he will. But when you do feel that, you can be out and about shopping, and then before you know it, you're in a panic attack. You're panicking because you think it's blood again. Oh no, this is happening again. This is happening again. This has happened to me a lot. And then you rush, you drive home as quick as you can, get to the bathroom, and actually it's absolutely fine. Also, any pains that you get, I'm finding you do get naturally growing pains, weird pains. You sneeze and it feels like your insides have twisted, and all of these things that you think, oh my God, is this normal? And then it's like when I get a period pain, it's like a period pain, the growth pains. When I get that, I have to take myself off to bed or to sit on my own for an hour or two, just to almost wait it out, see if something bigger is going to happen. It's awful. So all of these things are things that I want to share with other people, so that they don't feel like, oh, it's just me, I'm just weird, or, because these are all thoughts I'm having. Maybe I am, but I'm pretty sure people go through the same thing. So I think by keeping this pregnancy to myself, one, it is a baby and it is in there and it is growing and it is alive today, albeit in my tummy, but it is there, so it should be celebrated. And two, I've got a platform through My Bump to Baby. I'm lucky enough for that, and I think, well, I want to use that to help other people as much as I can, because we managed to reach so many pregnancy to preschool parents that I just think, there's a lot of parents that will be struggling with things like this. And it's important for me to share my experience, so that hopefully it can fill them with a bit of hope. Or, if the worst case does happen and, I do end up, sadly losing this pregnancy, then I want to try and be as brave and strong as I can to help other people. So anyway, today I am pregnant still, and I'm 14 weeks. This week has been really exciting. week. It's been really busy at work, but the nausea seems to be kind of slowly decreasing now, which is really good. Still craving carbs. That's all I want to eat all the time. One of my friends was like, I was like, oh, I just want to kind of eat healthy. She's like, have a yogurt and nuts for lunch. I thought, nausea's back. It's literally, I just want bread and carbs and chips and stuff. I mean, I don't know whether that's just what I want or whether that's just in general what I always wanted anyway. But everything's going okay. I'm waiting for the Downs test to come back, which should be back towards the end of this week of the pregnancy. So I'll update you with that. So, just got back and I've got my letter from the hospital about the test that I had. So after 12 weeks, after your 12-week scan, you go for tests for Down syndrome. What are the names of the other ones? I'll tell you in a minute when I open this. So, nervous because I feel like this is another hurdle. So, let's have a look. We are pleased to inform you that the combined screening test taken on the 5th of July shows that you are low chance for having a baby with Down syndrome. The chance is 1 in 8,600. Edwards syndrome, the chance is 1 in 100,000. And Pateau syndrome, the chance is 1 in 100,000. Screening tests do not give a definitive answer. They tell you your baby has a higher or lower chance and having one of these conditions. These results indicate your baby is in the lower chance group for these conditions, therefore you will not be offered further testing. If you have any other questions, do not hesitate to contact your named midwife. So that is really, really good. Really happy with that. Yeah, brilliant news. That was something that I was waiting for. I was getting a bit nervous about, but yeah, I think the thing is in this pregnancy, I'm trying to just think positively. It's been fairly smooth bar the beginning, so I'm just going to try and remain positive. Also got another letter today about my next scan. So because I'm on the rainbow pathway, I'm not sure if they have rainbow pathway at other hospitals, but at Blackpool Victoria Hospital, they have something called a rainbow pathway. So if you've had 3 or more miscarriages, then you get put on a rainbow pathway, and it means you get more scans and reassurance. So I've got an ultrasound scan that's been made for the 27th of July at 3:25. So that would mean that I'd be 17 weeks at that point. I think they try and do the 20-week checks around then, but then I've also got a 20-week one. Anyway, so far so good. I listened on the Doppler this morning and could hear the heartbeat. So that is enough for me to have a good day today. I've been given progesterone again after speaking to the consultant that I've got. She's a baby loss consultant. Spoke to her the other day, and she recommended that I continue taking 2 baby aspirin. Baby aspirin, by the way, I keep calling it that. It's not even a thing. I've made it up. Sent someone to the shop the other day and asked them, oh, could you look out for baby aspirin anyway? They were like, are you sure it's called that? No, it's not. It's not called baby aspirin. It's aspirin, but a low dose, 75 megagram. Oh, I keep calling it megagrams. Milligrams. 75 milligrams. So I have to take 2 of those a day. And I have to take 1 baby aspirin up the fairy a day. So I'm back up to putting it up the fairy again. I'll show you those in a minute because they are actually, they're smaller, you see, and they're a bit of a better shape. The other one were like balls. I had to just roll a ball up there. It's like rolling a bowling ball up there, to be honest with you, hoping it gets to the end. It's just not a nice experience, but this one, they've got a better shape, so a bit easier to put up. Anyway, I've given you far too much information. So these are the new progesterons that I need to take, 1 a day, up the fairy at night. So, not as bad as the other one, and actually a better shape. The other ones were like actual balls. Try rolling that up there, it's not easy. This one, it makes it a bit more doable. So these are to be taken to the end of the pregnancy. So yeah, this week, another scan as well, which I'm looking forward to. We may get the gender written down for this scan this week. And then I will decide whether I want to know or not. I think just putting it in a drawer, maybe forgetting about it, I don't know. Or may just decide to find out. I think for George, I think it's important to find out. Not important, he would be fine if we didn't, but I think we can actually start getting to know it. The benefits, I suppose, of finding out the pregnancy or actually knowing. I'm worried that if I bond with it and I think it's something else, when it comes, it's just going to be like, oh my God, I didn't expect it to be that. I feel like I can get to know it again. Again, didn't find out with the twins. Still don't 100% know what they were now, unfortunately. So they never kind of come back to me on that. So that's a bit disappointing when they could have done. That was something that I specifically wanted to know. So I never really found out with them. So I feel like I couldn't grieve properly because I didn't really be able to picture them. So I think for those reasons, I will find out. But I'm going to get it written down. I'm going to put it in a drawer. And then when I'm ready, I might find out. And yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. We're at 14 weeks. I'll announce it on Facebook soon and with my followers on Instagram. The reason why I haven't put it on my Instagram is I've just been really nervous about it and I just wanted to get through this part, but I have been filming the updates regularly, as you all know, to hopefully share when I'm brave enough if something did go wrong. But if I'm sharing this video, hopefully it's all good news. And yeah, I hope to share a lot more weeks with you guys. So today I'm going to be sharing, I'm just getting ready to share my pregnancy announcement on social media. Now, I wouldn't normally be sharing it on social media, to be honest. I know I've got a massive Moses basket off my friend behind me. I wouldn't normally be sharing it on social media, I'll be honest. If I didn't have my Bump to Baby platform, I absolutely wouldn't. I am pretty nervous about doing so, to be honest with you, because it's like last time, I didn't expect everything to go wrong. So I went into it and yeah, it went wrong and I lost the babies and then I had to share all that. But I just feel like my followers on Instagram and Facebook and across all of my Bump to Babies platform have been so supportive of my journey from start to finish, from being a new mum, suffering with postnatal depression with George, to a premature baby, right the way through to where I am today. They've been so supportive and I just don't feel right not sharing this news, but sharing other news. So that's why I've decided to do it. I've also decided that no matter what happens, hopefully I'll be able to help people, because if there's people out there and they're nervous about the pregnancy, the rainbow pregnancy, and I get to the end of this, then hopefully they'll see some hope and they'll be able to really kind of think, right, okay, if she can do it, I can. And if I don't get to the end of this, unfortunately, there will be other people that won't get to the end of their pregnancies. And I just feel like by sharing my journey, then hopefully it will help other people feel less alone. So that's why I've decided to do this. A few reasons. And also, like I mentioned in the video before, you know, this is a baby to me and it is something that is alive at the moment. And is alive. Did I say is alive or is alive? Well, you know what I mean. It's in there. So I want to celebrate for as long as I can because it's special to me and I love it already. So if it only lasts not as long, then at least then I've cherished every moment. So that is what I'm going to try and do. Hard to do because part of you really wants to just forget it's all going on and just kind of put your head down and pretend that you don't have a baby grown inside of you. You don't want to love it yet in case, you know, that love, well, in case that love ends up hurting you and it ends and you don't want to do all that. But I'm going to make myself share it like I would if there was nothing wrong, because, you know, I just want to enjoy it for what it is. So that is why I'm doing this. Anyway, on with the social media. I've got a video to go with it of when I first found out I was pregnant. So I'm going to share that, and then I'm just going to share a simple picture, I think, with the scan. This is the scan that we had the other day. little baby in there. I love it so much already. So that's it there. And yeah, I'm going to get that on there, and hopefully then I can start to share more of my story on my Instagram with my followers that have been so loyal to me from the beginning, from the start. And hopefully then, I've been avoiding my Instagram so much because I literally share everything on there. You know, I've cried on there regularly about the struggles of parenthood, and now feel like by going on there and not telling people what I'm really thinking, I feel like I'm lying and I'm being a bit of a fraud. So I'm actually really looking forward to getting back on my Instagram. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing this on social media tonight. Bit nervous, but I do think I need to do it. So I wanted to pop on here and just say thank you so much for everyone's messages. I actually can't believe how many messages I've had. So it's going to take me a while to come back to people, but thanks so much. It's so kind, and it's actually nice to be able to come back on my Instagram stories and actually talk to you all properly, because for months now I'd kind of been avoiding it because I feel like I'm lying. But I was just trying to kind of get my way through this first few weeks, really. The nerve-wracking weeks. I'm still nervous. Lost the twins at 15 weeks, 4 days. So I am a bit nervous. The YouTube video that I'm sharing tonight is when I literally had just found out, literally within a few minutes before, maybe an hour before. I looked like absolute death on the video, but I was so happy. So I'm sharing that video tonight, just to explain basically how I found out. So I hope you can watch it. Just swipe up to watch.